I'm Aakansh Chaturvedi. I'm an industrial designer and an artist. But now, in the current company, I will be talking about the current times in which we are living. Such an amazing time. We are witnessing technology moving at its fastest pace. I remember when I was a kid, I had this amazing device. I hope most of you can relate with me. I used to flex a lot about it among my friends because it was portable, no wire was attached to it. And now, when we are entering in the 2023, we have smartphones, smart gadgets, smart bands, air tags. In fact, we have smart door from Boston Dynamics. And now we are entering the age of AI, where every day a new name is popping up on the screen. It's a DALL-E 2, Midjourney, Skybox, Scribble Fusion. In fact, the speech which I am editing right now has some of the contribution of ChatGPT. But to balance this excitement, there are several governments which are making news regularly and getting very genuine. That's because you see, we are so dependent on Google for everyday data information. It is mostly possible that we're going to be dependent on AI a lot, heavily dependent on AI. And it will be entering all the aspects of our life. And probably it will make our life more sympathetic. Because we might be talking to a friend, but it could be an AI. And the future generations are going to get affected. But these are the बात नहीं है तो AI तो अभी भी है, right? AI is recent phenomenon, so we don't have to worry about it. But what you can say that there is something on which we are heavily dependent and it is harmful for us. That there is something which has entered in all the aspects of our life. And we cannot get rid of it. That there is something which is affecting us and our future generations already. It's a material. Can you get it? Yeah. It's plastic. Plastic is an amazing invention. It is like the God-gift material to manufacturing industry. With plastic, you can make any form, any color, any texture, amazing strength. And it is going to expire, then you will expire 4 times within like 100 years. But where we went wrong with plastic? We went too far with plastic. Then I will say, Aakansh, come on, we have got a lot of TED talks. This guy, he told us a lot of numbers. This much plastic we are putting into landfills. This much plastic we are putting into oceans. You have seen the photos of those animals who are dying because of plastic. But you will be surprised that we have found microplastic in the present of unborn people. We are literally inheriting plastic. And I will not be surprised that as of now I'm speaking, most of us might be carrying plastic within us, in our blood vessels, in our lungs. The headphones. The headphones. So this is headphone, camera headphone, which I developed in when I was doing my industrial design course. It was a consequence of an elected model. It was not a major model, it was a small model. Which is called DES, Design Exploration Seminar. We have to choose from a daily and we have to explore it in a direction. I chose camera because it's an amazing variant. It has amazing strength, stronger than steel. It is very flexible. It has long life. And it is sustainable. Apart from that, apart from the structural property, bamboo antibacterial, and absorbs carbon dioxide. So the material was bamboo, and the direction was to develop joineries, dynamic joint, like my shoulder, right? So back and moving point. So back dynamics was my topic. And then I jumped into the process of design. So quickly through the process of design. Design starts with the problem. We have to understand and identify what is the problem. And then we have to study, we have to research, we have to survey. Then we have to ideate. Whatever idea you find, just put it on the paper. You can write, you can draw. And then we develop concepts from those ideas. Then we test it, and then we review it. With this, there was no problem, but just exploration. So I started with the study. The study started with understanding what are the different kinds of bamboo revolution, what are the different species, what are their properties, and how can we harness that property developing a joinery. Of course, I tried to understand what are the different techniques currently present and used. And then these are the ideas. Okay, sketches. And then from these ideations, this was the final effect. These are all made of bamboo. And these are all dynamic. And this was the end of the module. Finished. On the right side, you see, there is a mechanism for adjustment of the head. So I use here. And on the left side is the celebration of handicraft, bamboo making. So we don't just make a functional product, we make a product which has some value, which is aesthetically appealing. So as you can see here, this is bamboo weaving, and you can customize it according to whatever you want. And this adds a value to a product. Then I jump into the bamboo handling process. Luckily, I have a classmate who was helping me to understand how this thing works, and I was doing it by myself. It was an amazing experience. This made putting in this component, so that I can increase the shelf life of the product. And this is the final. This is plant-based. This 70% sustainable, and we can stretch it to 90%. This is 230 grams. For comparison, it is 40% lighter than a product max. I was asking, sir, do you have 2 months? Do you have 2 months? Yeah, then information is But finally, I was successful to have a conversation with the people around. And also, the shop attendant served the store. Surprisingly, not surprisingly actually, I find that 3 out of 100 people ask for a single product. And when they go and try to find out the product, they find it is not either available or it is not affordable. It's not expensive. So if you step back from this whole scenario, you will find that this is a rule that companies are manufacturing certain quantity of products, certain options, and they are buying from those options. And so they are producing, they are buying, they are producing, then they are making. So how can we push sustainable and green products in this too? For that, we can go from extreme to less extreme. The extreme one is we can change our lifestyle to zero waste lifestyle. We can stop using plastic. We can, reuse whatever we can. And people, those people are doing it, as obvious, very difficult. But if you can do it. Next one is avoid plastic. Simple. You only buy those things you need. This is also a conscious mind. And that is what I'm trying to do on my daily basis. And the last, and that is the thing about this call. The last thing is what is the minimum thing what you can do to push sustainable products in this group. The minimum thing. like this feedback. So how was feedback will help? How does feedback will help in pushing more vegan products into the market? To understand that, we have to understand that how a company introduces a new product. So let's say this is a company who want to introduce new products. First, what the company do is it will do market research. It will hire a research agency. The agency will pick up insight from the market, the feedback of the customer from the market. Then, from that insight, that data comes a design brief. A design brief is like a Bible statement on which the product is built. The design brief is given to us and engineers. Together, we create a new product. And then the product is tested and released. Where you all get step in is in the first step here. Here, you can help companies get feedback, get proper feedback, and it will not going to happen in a month or in a particular type of year. It happens all the time. So it's like whenever you go to a shop and you say, I want this shoe, but I want this color. The dealer is like, and he'll ignore it. But what if 100 of customers are coming saying, I want this shoe with this color? You might think that is fair. And whenever the marketing team will call him, they say, people are asking for this shoe with this color. Marketing team will say, if I can it will come up. But what if all the dealers are saying, you want this shoe with this color? Then the marketing team will push their manufacturing according to this. The same you have to do on sustainable. Whenever you go to a store, whenever you go to any outlet, just have to do whatever shop you want to do. Then ask, is this product available? And what is the sustainability certification for this product? Is it the big product? Just ask. You might be saying, no, I don't know. I have that shoe. Say, how much was that? I have to. You need. That's all you know. Just have to ask for it. If you're doing online shopping, buy a product, and give your reviews. And then what if this product is sustainable? What if it's clean? It's not a conversation. And at last, minus the bigger the problem is if we want more sustainable, more meaningful, and more relevant products, we only have to ask. Thank you.